Hello, my name is Juan Rodriguez, and this is my audience for today, my mom, and Shirley. She's currently behind the camera. And today I'll be demonstrating for my speech class 1311 how to make a Hispanic watermelon slush delicacy. Today I'll be using one lime, a cutting board, a knife, a couple of glasses, a tamarind straw, chamoy, salt, sugar cubes. You can use honey or just regular sugar, but for instances like this, I like using sugar cube just because it's a little bit more natural, sweeter, and it's not really as unhealthy as regular sugar. A watermelon, Minute Maid watermelon juice.
How much watermelon do we need?
I'm gonna use for today about a quarter of the total watermelon.
Can you also substitute the watermelon for anything else?
You can substitute watermelon for other fruits such as mangoes. Typically is the most common one. That's the most common substitute for it. But either or can work. Just mangoes, or you can do mangoes and peaches. But with mangoes and peaches, I personally, with my personal opinion and preference, I don't like using as much spices such as these for it. Only if I'm doing it with pure mango, not mangoes and peaches. And I'll be using a blender, of course, and ice. Okay, so to get started with you guys, I like using and pouring the ice first into my blender, just a little bit, not too much to start off with. I already had the watermelon pre-cut before I started the video, and I just pour some in there. Well, I'll clean that up after the video. I like pouring a little bit. I don't really have an actual amount on how much I use. I just like pouring it until I can't really see that much watermelon on top, as you can see. I like using this one in cases like this because it's not really spicy, and at the same time it's more like it says on the label, it's chile limon. Compared to other brands such as Tajín, it's more spicy. It's not really as far as too much sweetness and bitterness to it. You pour a little bit of liquid. I like using this one versus water. You can use water as well, but being watermelon juice, it really does give you a little bit more flavor. Okay. Sugar cubes. These aren't really as sweet as regular sugar or honey, so you can throw depending on how much sweetness you like in your drinks. I'm gonna throw about 6 in there for today, and then just a little bit more juice to kind of break the crystals down a bit. Salt. I know it's kind of funny using salt and sugar, together, but it just really creates a really strong flavor and different flavor if you don't use the salt. Chamoy. Chamoy is an ingredient where you can't really buy at too many grocery stores, you would think, but surprisingly they actually do carry it at any grocery store or supermarket such as Walmart and Target, not just Hispanic grocery stores like Fiesta or Rancho. And a lime. For right now, I'm just gonna use half a lime, and then once I make my drink, if I feel that it needs a little bit more juice, I'll add a little bit more to it. Just kind of squirt it on there, get as much as possible in there. And then lastly, put a little bit more ice on top. The reason why I did it like this, because if you put all the ice at the bottom of the blender, sometimes it really has a hard time blending together, and it really creates a problem for the blender. Okay, you can follow me over here. Just put that on there, and then you just blend. It doesn't really matter which one you use, in my opinion. You can really use any preset. I personally like using Ice Crush because I feel that's the one that really does the most for me. Awesome. Cool.
How do you know when it's ready?
The way you know when it's ready, I just normally like, here, let me get this off the blender. When you shake it and you see where it's really not solid anymore, where it's more liquid, that's how you know it's ready. But you can drink this with more ice or less ice, depending on your opinion. If you're more in the mood for like a slush, you can do a slush. Or if you're in the mood more for like a juice, it really works the same. You can't, I mean, either or, the flavor is there. Okay? So, we'll just set this down here and come back to it. Now we're just gonna prepare our cups. Okay? I have half the lime that I used, and I like using the other half lime and actually just running it across the rim of my glass, like so. This right here will give the cup a little bit of wetness to it, and I'll show you guys why we like that right now. Okay, so you grab the paper plate that I mentioned earlier, and you pour a bunch, or just a little bit, depending on how much you like, of chile limon seasoning on the plate, and then a little bit of salt as well, like so. And then you just run the glass that you just put the lime on in circles around it. And this right here would actually pick up the crystals that you threw on the cup, and you have flavor on the cup like so. What that really does, it doesn't really enhances the drink itself, but as you're drinking or through a straw, you could lick the cup a little bit, and it gives you a little bit more burst of flavor within every gulp that you drink, of course. Okay, now from here, what I like doing to give the cup a little bit more presentation, I like running chamoy around the cup. This is why I do see-through glasses, because it really creates more of an illusion of more flavor, like so. And it doesn't really matter how much you have. Like I said, it's more for flavoring. I did add some prior to when I blended it, so it just really gives you a little bit more flavoring at the bottom more than anything. Okay, so we'll grab our cup. And like you can see, it looks like a cocktail drink kinda. Just pour it over, and as you can hear, as it's hitting the glass, you can hear the ice that's inside of it as well. So you have that there. This creates, with what I had, it creates about 3 to 4 drinks, but for today, for the presentation, I'm only gonna do one right now, okay? Now lastly, for this tamarind straw, you can actually, to give it more of a presentable look, stab it with a watermelon and throw a little bit of chamoy on top of it, and then season it a little bit to give it that look of, you know, if someone asks you what are you drinking or eating, you don't have to really say much, just say you're looking at it, you know. This is literally all it is, just in a blended form. Just throw that like so, and you just get a straw. I like using green since it is watermelon. And you drink, and that's really all there is to it. All right, thank you.